Buhari'S dot in a cycle expression becomes identity slang in Igbo land. President Muhammadu Buhari's recent portrayal of Nnamdi Kanu's IBOP and Igbo land as a dot in a cycle and landlocked has reunited the Igbo spirit towards where rains began to pound them. Since the inception of these phrases and words, every Igbo man seemed to be debating their definitions, both academically and in a layman's terms. The deconstructions has turned into a free-for-all. Some Okada and Keke drivers intended to utilize the money on their plate numbers just for fun, according to them. One of them, Shike Osu in Oka, said, "I will soon launch the plate numbers bearing a dot in a cycle. That is the best brand of a typical Igbo man. He should learn from it." A keke driver was seen in Abakaliki hanging "I operate in the dot" on his rear glass. He could not be captured to explain what it meant, but it won't be far from operating in a small Igbo land. Already there are brand sheets online bearing Ebumi Onye dot, meaning "I am from dot. Time shall prove how soon dot will turn to a proper noun." The average understanding is that Mr. President used a figurative expression called sn- snake doshe, taking apart IBOP for a whole Igbo land. Igbo land men have also interrogated the president's expression, re-echoing how Ndigbo deconstructed the mantra that only the victor write their history. Fact shows that core literature of the Nigerian Civil War is product of Ndigbo that were defeated. One Dr. E. Edoga posted, "The president may be right in his categorization of Igbo land as a dot, but let someone remind him that this dot in a cycle is our home. It is the land handed over to us by our ancestor long before Nigeria was conceived." The dot in a cycle gave birth to Nnamdi Azikiwe, Odumegu Ojukwu, Alex Ekweme, Michael Okpara, Dennis Osadebe, Akano Ibiam, Oluoda Ekpiano, Chinua Achebe, Chris Okigbo, Flora Nwapa, Shimamanda Adichie, Kenneth Dike, Elizabeth Isishe, Alvan Ikonko, Frank Udili, etc. Ifejuma, Dick Tiger, Christian Chukwu, Nwachukwu Kano, JJ Okocha, Chioma Ajunwa, Innocent Egbunike. This dot in a cycle has the highest literacy rate in Nigeria, the highest per capita income, the highest percentage of graduates in all fields of learning, and the highest concentration of entrepreneurs in the whole of Africa. Igbo land may be a dot in a cycle, but it has endured and thrived for equity, and despite the present challenges, we endure till the end of time. We value this dot for it represents our past, present, and future. Legal giant Aloy Ejimako geographically established that Igbo land has external links to the Atlantic Ocean, published by the Whistler with the title "Igbo land not a dot, not landlocked." He wrote, As it stands, international law of the sea guarantees Igbo land, whether it remains Nigeria territory or not, unhindered access to the nearest sea, in this case the Atlantic, peacefully through any of the various short distances rivers, waterways, and tributaries that originated from Igbo land but ultimately washed into Atlantic through contiguous south-south territories. For avoidance of doubt, there is particularly the Obuaku Confluence in Ukwa, West Abia State, that flows through Greater Akot Abazi in Akwa Ibom State before expanding out and washing into the near reaches of the Atlantic and the river Niger, which ultimately joined the Atlantic through a vast network of handy explored creek and mangrove swamps that abut the bite of Biafra, officially corrupted to bite of Bonny after the war. In a creation, Dr. Tony Madoka, a lecturer, said, "My response to Buhari's expression is to quote Achebe's popular statement that he who does not know where rains began to beat him will not know where he dried his body." Well, what the president has said so far is it is a big insult on humanity. That means he has said no to my own interpretation and understanding that Igbo people are not people to exist. It then means they are nothing before him. If you begin to write or make expression as per what the president said, you can write a novel from it, because it's a very big word, but it may look small. So I don't think that somebody who is learned and understand the value of humanity will say such a thing. So, when you are angry, when you want to do something to your enemies, you can call them as many names as you can, and you can make expression and make caricature of them, which I believe or out of what he has said. Because in the whole world, everybody know that Igbo people are the most industrious people in Africa, even not in the world. And these people, they are everywhere in the whole world. Now, Obasanjo make an expression one day which I can never forget. He was asked to say something about the three principal tribes we have in Nigeria. That is Igbo, Hausa, and Yoruba. He said that, where do you think is the home of this? When they said, if they say they should count, will you think will be the home of these three tribes? He said that the Yoruba people will say their home is Lagos, and the Hausa people will say their home is Abuja. But talking about the Igbo, he said the whole world is their home. So you cannot call such people that they live in a dot as a cycle. In other words, I think Mr. President is trying to say that since they live as a dot in the cycle, he can easily wipe them off. That is what he's saying. But I don't think he's able to do that, because this is the people that God solidly stand behind them.